The ancient world is filled with mysteries, isn't it? Stories of powerful beings, gods who descended from the heavens. Among the most intriguing are the Annunaki. Who were they? The Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, tell us about them in their cuneiform tablets thousands of years old. They called them those who from heaven to earth came. Were these just mythological figures born from the imagination of early humans trying to understand the world around them? Or could these ancient texts be describing something far more tangible, something real, something extraterrestrial? It makes you wonder. These Anunnaki weren't just minor spirits. The text described them as incredibly powerful, making decisions that shaped human destiny. Recent scientific analysis of Sumerian tablets has revealed references to advanced mathematics, astronomy, and even what some claim are genetic codes. They were deities, yes, but their descriptions often sound less like ethereal gods and more like beings of flesh and blood, possessing advanced knowledge, possibly even manipulating human DNA. They came from the sky, wielding immense power and wisdom. The Sumerians depicted them with distinct features, sometimes horned crowns, indicating their supreme status. What if these weren't just symbols? What if the ancient Sumerians were meticulously recording encounters with actual visitors who possessed technology beyond their comprehension? Some researchers claim that governments have long known about these records and have actively suppressed them. The evidence is carved in stone for all to see. Yet many artifacts have mysteriously disappeared from public view, locked away in secret vaults. The modern interpretation brought to prominence by scholars like Zecharia Sitchin suggests exactly that. He proposed that the Anunnaki were not gods in the spiritual sense, but astronauts from another planet. Some conspiracy theorists even claim that NASA now controls access to key Sumerian sites, restricting independent research. Could it be that these ancient myths are not myths at all, but historical records of an extraterrestrial intervention in human affairs? Think about it. Why are so many documents about the Anunnaki classified or missing? The Sumerians suddenly emerged with sophisticated knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and agriculture. Where did this advanced understanding come from so abruptly? Some scientists suggest it was impossible without outside intervention. It's a question that demands an answer, a profound answer that might rewrite our entire history. Consider the birth of Sumerian civilization itself. It appears almost out of nowhere in the historical record, fully formed. They had laws, cities, writing, a complex society. Traditional explanations suggest a slow, gradual development, but the archaeological record shows a sudden leap. Could the Anunnaki have been the catalysts? Did these beings from the sky guide humanity, kickstarting civilization as we know it? And if so, why is so much information about them kept from the public? It's a tantalizing possibility, isn't it? The deeper you look, the more you find evidence of a cover-up. The idea that our ancient ancestors walked with beings from another world is almost too incredible to believe, yet the clues are there, waiting to be deciphered, if only we're allowed to see them. So, if the Anunnaki were truly visitors from the stars, as some researchers propose, where did they come from? The main theory, and it's a fascinating one, points to them being ancient astronauts. Not just any astronauts, but beings from a specific yet undiscovered world within our own solar system. This isn't just wild speculation, it's based on detailed interpretations of those same ancient Sumerian texts. These texts, when translated with an open mind, seem to paint a picture of a cosmic origin for these powerful figures. The implications are staggering. Imagine a hidden history of our solar system. Zecharia Sitchin, after decades of studying these ancient records, proposed that the Anunnaki hailed from a planet called Nibiru. He described it as the 12th planet in our solar system, counting the Sun, Moon, and the then-known planets. This wasn't a planet in a stable, familiar orbit. Oh no. Nibiru, according to these interpretations, was on a highly elliptical, elongated path around our Sun. This wasn't just a casual visit, it was their home world, a world that periodically came close to Earth. Could such a celestial body exist, hidden from our modern telescopes for so long? The ancient Sumerians seem to think so. The proposed orbit of Nibiru is truly epic. It's said to take approximately 3,600 Earth years to complete one journey around the Sun. This vast timescale means that for most of its orbit, Nibiru would be far out in the cold, dark depths of space. Well beyond the orbit of Pluto, perhaps even beyond the Kuiper Belt. This long orbital period would explain why it isn't a constant fixture in our skies. It would also explain why its passages near the inner solar system would be significant, memorable events, perhaps even catastrophic ones, recorded by ancient cultures as times of great upheaval or divine intervention. And why did these beings from Nibiru come to Earth? The texts suggest a very specific, very material reason: gold. Yes, gold. According to the theory, the Anunnaki needed gold to repair the atmosphere of their home planet Nibiru, and Earth was rich in this precious metal. But mining gold is hard work. So what did they do? The theory posits that they genetically engineered early hominids to create Homo sapiens, us, as a worker race. Could this be the true story of human origins, the missing link in our evolution? It's a controversial idea, certainly, but one that attempts to answer some of humanity's deepest questions. If Nibiru truly exists and has a 3,600-year orbit, then simple mathematics tells us something crucial. It must return. Its path is cyclical. Sitchin himself, based on his interpretations of historical events and ancient texts, calculated potential return windows. He suggested a past flyby around 556 BC and speculated the Anunnaki might return, perhaps not with the planet itself, but by spaceship, possibly between 2090 and 2370. The idea of a return has captured the imagination of many. Are we on the cusp of another encounter? Could the gods of old be preparing for a comeback? The belief in Nibiru's return isn't just based on Sitchin's calculations. Many people look to ancient prophecies from various cultures that speak of cyclical cataclysms or the return of sky beings. They see patterns in world events, a growing openness about UAPs, and wonder if this is all leading somewhere. Is humanity being prepared for a momentous revelation? The sheer persistence of this idea, despite official denials, suggests a deep-seated human intuition that we are not alone, and that our past is intertwined with beings from beyond Earth. The anticipation is palpable for those who believe. However, it's crucial to acknowledge the scientific perspective. Mainstream astronomy does not recognize the existence of Nibiru as described in these theories. Scientists argue that a planet with such an orbit would be dynamically unstable. Its gravitational influence would disrupt the orbits of other planets in our solar system, including Earth, or Nibiru itself would be ejected from the system. Furthermore, a planet-sized object beyond Pluto, even on a long orbit, should be detectable with modern, powerful telescopes, especially if it were to pass through the inner solar system. So far, no such object has been definitively observed. It's also important to differentiate Nibiru from the hypothetical Planet 9, sometimes called Planet X. While astronomers are searching for Planet 9 to explain certain orbital anomalies in the outer solar system, this is a purely scientific endeavor based on gravitational calculations. NASA and other scientific bodies have clearly stated there is no link between Planet 9 and the Anunnaki or Nibiru. Planet 9, if it exists, would be incredibly distant, never coming close to Earth. But could the ancient myths and modern science be looking for different aspects of a similar hidden truth? The questions remain. So why, despite the scientific skepticism, does the story of the Anunnaki and Nibiru continue to fascinate so many people around the globe? I believe it's because it touches upon some of the most fundamental questions of human existence. Where do we come from? Why are we here? Are we alone in this vast, sprawling universe? The Anunnaki theory, whether you believe it or not, offers a grand, sweeping narrative that attempts to answer these very questions. It suggests our origins are far more extraordinary than we might imagine, connected to the cosmos itself. This enduring interest is also fueled by our innate human desire for answers to the unexplained. We see ancient megalithic structures built with impossible precision, listen to accounts of UFOs and UAPs from credible witnesses, including former military personnel and intelligence officers like John Ramirez, who even suggests aliens might reveal themselves soon. Recent government disclosures about UAP phenomena have only added fuel to this fire. Are these isolated incidents, or are they pieces of a much larger puzzle, hinting at a reality that has been hidden from us, perhaps deliberately? The possibility is electrifying. The scientific search for answers continues, of course. Telescopes like Keck, Subaru, and soon the Rubin Observatory are peering deeper into space than ever before. The hypothetical Planet 9 is still being sought, a testament to the fact that our understanding of our own solar system is incomplete. Each new discovery in astronomy or archaeology opens up new possibilities and new questions. The universe is a place of infinite wonder, and we are only just beginning to scratch the surface of its mysteries. What marvels, or perhaps what truths about our own past, are still waiting to be found out there? In conclusion, the Anunnaki return remains firmly in the realm of speculative theory for mainstream science. There is no concrete, verifiable proof of their existence as extraterrestrial visitors or of Nibiru's impending arrival. Yet the story perseveres. Why? Because it challenges us. It pushes us to question accepted narratives, to explore the boundaries of our knowledge, and to look up at the stars and wonder. It speaks to the explorer in all of us, the part that yearns to understand our place in the grand cosmic tapestry, and ultimately isn't that search for answers what makes us human? The mystery endures.